A latex is a stable dispersion of polymer microparticles in an aqueous medium. Latex itself is natural, but synthetic latexes have been made. Synthetic latexes can be made by polymerizing a monomer such as styrene that has been emulsified with surfactants. Latex is found in nature as a milky fluid found in 10% of all flowering plants. It is a complex emulsion consisting of proteins, alkaloids, starches, sugars, oils, tannins, resins, and gums that coagulate on exposure to air. It is usually exuded after tissue injury. In most plants, latex is white, but some have yellow, orange, or scarlet latex. Since the 17th century, latex has been used as a term for the fluid substance in plants. It serves mainly as defense against herbivorous insects. Latex is not to be confused with plant sap. It is a separate substance, separately produced, and with separate functions. The word is also used to refer to natural latex rubber, particularly non-vulcanized rubber. Such is the case in products like latex gloves, latex condoms, and latex clothing. Many people are allergic to rubber latex. IUPAC definition. Latex. Colloidal dispersion of polymer particles in a liquid. Synthetic latex. Latex obtained as a product of an emulsion, mini-emulsion, microemulsion, or dispersion polymerization. Biology. Articulated latexes. The cells in which latex is found make up the laticiferous system, which can form in two very different ways. In many plants, the laticiferous system is formed from rows of cells laid down in the meristem of the stem or root. The cell walls between these cells are dissolved so that continuous tubes, called latex vessels, are formed. Since these vessels are made of many cells, they are known as articulated latexes. This method of formation is found in the poppy family and in the rubber trees, and members of the family Asteraceae. For instance, Parthenium argentatum, the gaiule plant, is in the tribe Helianthii. Other latex-bearing Asteraceae with articulated latexes include members of the Cycraea, a clade whose members produce latex, some of them in commercially interesting amounts. This includes Taraxacum coccyx, a species cultivated for latex production. Non-articulated latexes in the milkweed and spurge families, on the other hand, the laticiferous system is formed quite differently. Early in the development of the seedling, latex cells differentiate, and as the plant grows, these latex cells grow into a branching system, extending throughout the plant. In many euphorbs, the entire structure is made from a single cell. This type of system is known as a non-articulated laticifer, to distinguish it from the multicellular structures discussed above. In the mature plant, the entire laticiferous system is descended from a single cell or group of cells present in the embryo. The laticiferous system is present in all parts of the mature plant, including roots, stems, leaves, and sometimes the fruits. It is particularly noticeable in the cortical tissues. Latex is usually exuded as a white liquid, but in some cases it can be clear, yellow or red, as in Cannabaceae. Productive species. Latex is produced by 20,000 species from over 40 families occurring in multiple lineages in both dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous types of plant. It is also found in conifers and pteridophytes. Among tropical plant species, 14% create latex, as opposed to 6% of temperate plant species. Several members of the fungal kingdom also produce latex upon injury, such as Lactarius deliciosus and other milk caps. This suggests it is the product of convergent evolution, and has been selected for on many separate occasions. Defense function. Latex functions to protect the plant from herbivores. The idea was first proposed in 1887 by Joseph F. James, who noted that latex carries with it at the same time such disagreeable properties that it becomes a better protection to the plant from enemies than all the thorns prickles, or hairs that could be provided. In this plant, so copious and so distasteful has the sap become that it serves a most important purpose in its economy. Evidence showing this defense function include the finding that slugs will eat leaves drained of their latex but not intact ones, that many insects sever the veins carrying latex before they feed, and that the latex of Asclepias humistrata kills by trapping 30% of newly hatched monarch butterfly caterpillars. Other evidence is that latex contains 50–1000 times higher concentrations of defense substances than other plant tissues. These toxins include ones that are also toxic to the plant and consist of a diverse range of chemicals that are either poisonous or anti-nutritive. Latex is actively moved to the area of injury. In the case of Cryptostegia grandiflora, this can be more than 70 centimeters. The clotting property of latex is functional in this defense since it limits wastage and its stickiness traps insects and the mouth ports. It has been noted that while there exist other explanations for the existence of latex including storage and movement of plant nutrients, waste, and maintenance of water balance, that essentially none of these functions remain credible and none have any empirical support. Applications. The latex of many species can be processed to produce many materials. Natural rubber is the most important product obtained from latex. More than 12,000 plant species yield latex-containing rubber, though in the vast majority of those species the rubber is not suitable for commercial use. This latex is used to make many other products as well, including mattresses, gloves, swim caps, condoms, catheters and balloons. Ballata and gutta-percha latex contain an inelastic polymer related to rubber. Latex from the chicle and gelatong trees is used in chewing gum. Dried latex from the opium poppy is called opium, the source of many useful opiates and other alkaloids of high value. Synthetic latexes are used in coatings and glues because they solidify by coalescence of the polymer particles as the water evaporates, and therefore can form films without releasing potentially toxic organic solvents in the environment. Other uses include cement additives, and to conceal information on scratch cards. Latex, usually styrene-based, is also used in immunoassays. Latex, both synthetic and natural, is used to make mattresses as an alternative to memory foam as it had very similar properties and is preferred as a natural alternative. Latex clothing. Latex is used in many types of clothing. Worn on the body it tends to be skin-tight, producing a second skin effect. Allergic reactions. Some people have a serious latex allergy, and exposure to latex products such as latex gloves can cause anaphylactic shock. Guayule latex has only 2% of the levels of protein found in heavier latexes, and is being researched as a lower allergen substitute. Additionally, chemical processes may be employed to reduce the amount of antigenic protein in heavier latex, yielding alternative materials such as VTech natural rubber latex, which provide significantly reduced exposure to latex allergens. About half of people with spina bifida are also allergic to natural latex rubber, as well as people who have had multiple surgeries, and people who have had prolonged exposure to natural latex. Environmental impact. Microbial degradation. Several species of the microbe genera Actinomycetes, Streptomyces, Nocardia, Micromonospora, and Actinoplanes are capable of consuming rubber latex.